Ben. Good afternoon. My name is Richard Locke, and it gives me great pleasure to introduce Kevin Cablehorn. Kevin is the advanced PGA golf professional at the Paulton Golf Centre, and the reason we're here today is to actually talk about a really exciting programme for Business Golf Network members and the winter programme. So Kevin, perhaps if you'd like to tell us a little bit about yourself and a little bit about the exciting programme we've got planned.
Yeah, thank you, Richard. I'm an advanced PGA member of the Professional Golfers Association. I also teach as part of the Hampshire County programme at under 14 level at the School of Excellence, which is a role I really treasure and enjoy with the young players of the finest quality in the county. I've been based at Paulton's back here now for a couple of seasons, and I worked here previously 10 or 11 years ago, so it's a place that's fond to my heart. It's a great facility. We've got 18 holes, we've got a 9-hole course, driving range. It's very, very friendly. It's very family orientated and based, but it's good challenger golf. So yeah, I really enjoy that. I'm really looking forward to working with the Golf Business Network, which is good. It's a part of the game really that we've been trained on, and we turning professional years ago. It was, you know, we've done business training, but not in the sort of depth that we do now. We're always willing to learn new things, and we've picked up some amazing things from some of the golfers and beginners we've learned in business, which is great. So it does link very, very well together. We tend to find in golf that our best players at all levels, they always get the most out of their game if they are very much safe players, as in they've got every area covered, just like you would in a business. So they've got their short game covered, the long game covered, preparation, the club selection, so on and so forth. So they don't panic, you know, just as we've trained in business. You know, I think the business and golf training comes together so well because, you know, we're there. I'm picking up tips every week from the business coaches, which is fantastic for my personal business. And, you know, why shouldn't I be taught? I'm there trying to teach people better to play golf. So, you know, I'm learning new things all the time. So I'm very excited about the project.
Excellent, excellent. I think you said to me earlier, Kevin, that Ian Poulter is probably the best example of a business as opposed to a golfer.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, Ian's is a great figure now. You know, he's very, very. We're all very, very fond of him, especially as a Ryder Cup player now. You know, he's been phenomenal what he's done. But if you look at what Ian Poulter's done with his business and himself as a player, it's just second to none. He's absolutely fantastic, brilliant. He's turned professional through the same system we did, and he's gone on leaps and bounds to become one of the finest players in the world. So hats off to him. He's a great example to us all.
Great stuff. I think it's true to say, Kevin, that with golf, you know, many years ago, you'd have a handicap and you have a score. Now you can actually measure the integral parts of your golf game, things like nutrition, short game putting, your long game. I mean, I think you even said we can get a short game handicap.
Everything, yeah, we can do everything at the course, and we can measure in the smallest areas now, so it's not just a case of a score. You know, what we try and teach people from an early age is you can't actually control your score. The score is just a byproduct of what you do. So you make decisions, club selection, technique, shots you're going to hit. Are you fit enough to play these shots? I mean, one of the biggest areas we found in the game in recent years is the sort of biomechanics. Our golfers actually physically in shape to do the things we ask them to do. So fitness has become a major part. You know, if we get someone who's got an injury, and you know, maybe 20 years ago you must turn like this, that's not the case. You know, they might not be able to make that movement, so we have to be very careful. We fine-tune the areas that need fine-tuning.
Fantastic. I think you said to me that starting around with a bacon roll is probably not the best thing to do.
Absolutely not, no, not at all. So food, nutrition comes a big part. You know, what you take out there, your breakfast a couple of hours before you play or train. You know, it needs time to settle in. None of the sort of fizzy drinks and chocolate bars and energy drinks. It can be pretty punishing on someone's game. And you know, with the areas now we study and we cover, we can find these things out. You know, everyone is very, very quick to run to the range and think swing, and it could be a completely different area they need to change. Could be it normally. You know, I find in my lessons with individual golfers of all abilities, gents, ladies, juniors, is that the last thing's a swing. It's always the last thing, because they, you know, it could be aiming in the wrong direction. Very, very basic things which are very important and very easy to change.
Definitely, definitely. Kevin, I think the exciting thing for me as a businessman is that there's an old adage that says if you don't measure it, you can't. If you don't monitor it, you can't measure it. And I think the thing that perhaps we can tell the people listening to this about is the program we've got planned using some software.
Yeah, we use a company called Smart Pro. Smart Pro was designed by Sarah Claridge. She's a fellow of the Professional Golfers Association, which is one of the highest honours you can get. Sarah designed a program where it links the sort of our customer, our lesson to us when they're not with us, so they can monitor their score, monitor their progress. We can work on it together. They've got access online to Smart Pro. We've got access at the club, and then we can keep an eye on what they're actually doing. It tends to find what tends to show up. What Sarah's been great in designing is that actually it will show up an area that we'd never even think of. So that's good.
Excellent. So the plan is that we're starting this programme at the next Business Golf Network meeting here at Paulton's, and the plan being that we'll actually all link into this system.
Absolutely, yeah.
And you're going to review the results, is that right?
Yeah, everyone's got a login details that's been sent to them. They'll fill out a form called Rate My Golf. It's 2 sheets of questions on 4 different areas, so it's technical, tactical, psychological and physical, and the questions are answered on a scale of 1 to 5, 1 being poor and 5 being outstanding or good, and from those clues we'll then be able to model the program to suit the group. So it's a bespoke program. It's not we're working on one area one week. We'll help every different golfer in every different area they need, but also hopefully the ones that are good at those areas will pick things up as well, which is great.
Fantastic. So basically we can actually work throughout the winter, monitor our progress, have a bespoke program, take some actions presumably in between the Business Golf Network meetings. We can go out and practice some of these things and take some actions ourselves.
Absolutely, yeah, that's it. This is an important area in the game and the business. Obviously, we look at golf in the winter. Does it slow down? As a coach and a player, it should speed up. So how golf is graded is that the traffic light is red, green and amber. So the red area is in the winter when you train on your game. You work very hard, use the gym, use your fitness, work hard on your technique. If there's any changes to be made, you practice very hard. The amber area is the start of the season when you've got your minor competitions to play in, maybe the club medals and just getting into the season. And then the green area is the actual full one season. That's your club championship, that's the majors. So that's when you'll see, Rory McIlroy, he'll take some time off around the majors because he's already ready to play, and he should be ready to play, which is fantastic. He's, doesn't work on his game. I think we've all done that before. Club championship coming up Saturday, we play every day and play really well, and club championship comes in, I didn't play very well. It should be the other way around. So we model that. So this is our red area and the traffic light, very important area, and perfect to be starting the group right now.
Fantastic. I think the other thing is that in terms of the Business Golf Network, it's also not just about existing golfers. Something that we've encouraged are people who've never played golf before. They're very welcome to come along, and we can actually work with them and actually give them the basics. Would that be the case?
Absolutely, yeah, absolutely. All of our lessons, all of our customers, we get involved in the lesson. We ask questions, they ask us questions. We learn off every golfer that comes in as well. I mean, some of the greatest things I've learned is from some of the new coaches that are recently qualified that I get to luckily work with. Some of the things they pick up and different ways of doing things. I think we can all learn as a team, which is fantastic. And the beginners and the advanced players in the group can help the beginners, and the beginners will give us feedback that will then help the whole group. Yeah, excellent.
Fantastic. Well, Kevin, thank you ever so much for putting this on for us. As I say, I'm really excited. I think for the first time, normally after Christmas you think, oh gosh, I've got a few months before we can start playing golf again. I'm really motivated myself about getting involved with this, and I say very much look forward to working with you.
Yeah,
so thank you
thanks,
so much.
Richard. Thank you.